Hey guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today I'm going to show you how to draw Goliath from Gargoyles. So come on, let's get started. Okay guys, we're on a roll here. The superhero videos have been generating some more requests. I'm getting requests, I'm actually getting quite a few, on how to draw the Gargoyles from the Gargoyles TV series back in the mid to late 90s. So, let's draw Goliath. Alright guys, so just like everything else, I'm going to start with the head. When you start with the head, you know exactly the proportions you need to throw everything else in relation to that size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the head shape and then go from there. So Goliath is a big hulking character. He is designed very similarly to how Bruce Timm does his superheroes. So it's actually not much of a stretch with the roll we're on. So what I like to do is I throw in that shoulder line, right? I draw in that bow shape just like this so that I can continue down and work on his torso. I'm going to angle him like this. And before I go any further, let's throw in that line of action there. See, now that I've got that in, I can see how that torso is supposed to look. And now I measure from the top of his head to the bottom of his torso, and I move it down to the bottom of his torso, and I know where the floor is going to be. Dealing with a character like Goliath, we have those animal-like limbs, right? So we've got one upper leg here, and draw another one like this. Okay. And then from there, his knee is here. I'm going to bring in his lower leg in like that. Why do we do that? Well, because his feet are going to be angled like this. Actually, I want it like that. Yeah. And this leg, well, it's going to be angled differently, right? I'm going to throw in his foot here like that and his toes like this. Okay? He has legs like a satyr. I kind of don't like this. I don't like this at all. So here, let me just fix it up a little bit. I'm working off a model sheet sketch, and I probably should just stick to that. All right. The leg will come down, but we've got his calf muscles that come out back here like that. See, I'm still drawing lightly here so I can erase. And there we go, that the foot is in here like that. Toes are down here like this. And that's much better. I don't think I like this one as much now that I fixed that. So we've got, yeah, okay. We've got that in there like that. His shin, that was it. I just hadn't beefed it up yet. So now let's go back up here and let's figure out, let's see, his pectoral muscles go here. Pecs, rib cage, go here. Okay. He wears a loincloth, and he wears it rather high. So that'll come up here like this. He has a big belt that he wears to keep that loincloth in place. Like that. And there we go. So the loincloth will come down like this. You get this big piece of fabric that comes down here like that. It has a couple fabric wrinkles in it, and comes around the legs here like this. And actually, since I'm here at the legs, let's just go over how those work. So we got these big, strong thighs, right? And the knees kind of come out a little bit. Like I said, they were heavily influenced by Batman the Animated Series. Before the Batman Animated Series, cartoons were really light and bubbly. If you're looking for an example of what I'm talking about, do a search on Super Friends. Batman the Animated Series was one of the very first serious takes at television animation. And it changed the scope of everything. So when Disney was looking for a new series, they were very, very influenced by the success of Batman the Animated Series. And they knew that that was the aesthetic that they needed for this series. So we've got gargoyles that in the sunlight turn to stone, but as soon as that sun sets, they wake up and they crack open out of their stone cocoons and are able to roam the night. Okay. All right, so we've got these claw-like toes, like this, all right? They're almost like talons. There you go. He has 3 off each foot. Let's see, we've got his pecs in here like this. And now that I know where the pec is, I can come out with his arms. So we've got these very broad shoulders. And let's see, elbow is in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Elbow. Okay. Elbow. All right, so now that I know where the elbow is, I can come up. His upper arm here like this. His elbows come out like horns almost. And let's throw in big monstrous hands. Okay, got that one down there. And let's figure out the other arm over here. There we go, just like so. All right, so we've got just like a regular hand, got the side and part of the top of the hand here. So his index finger come in like this. They are warriors, so they have these very strong hands, and they've got these claw-like thumbs and fingers. Just like any superhero animated series, we've got the heroes and we have the villains, and they kind of have to be able to exist in the same space, so they have to all be able to be good and fierce. Okay, so now we kind of ignored Goliath's head, so let's dive into that now. We've got, I'm going to move the eye line up a little bit. So we've got some very serious eyes. Goliath is a very serious character. He doesn't have much of a sense of humor. And let's nose line. The mouth is right underneath, and he has a very strong jaw. Like so. I'm going to turn this lid around. Okay. Halfway through the eye, that's where the jaw ends. Or that's where the chin ends, and the jaw comes up. Like so. Bottom of the nose is where the ear lobe is. Top of the eye, that's where that elf-like pointed ear comes out. I'm going to fix some of this up here. Just lightly erase and draw over the lines I want to keep. There you go. There are his eyes again. Of course, he has a brow that comes out to a point and comes back into the head. We already know where his nose ends. We just have to clean it up a little bit. Like so. And I'll bring that laugh line out a little bit. And there you go. Okay. Let's fix the jaw shape. Chin. Okay. And now, that awesome head of hair of his. So what I like to do, he has his hair down here, and it's shaped kind of like where his brow is. And then it comes out. But he has, I don't know if they're horns or if they're ridges that come out of his forehead like that. And they get right in front of his hair. And then we can throw in his hair like this. Before I do that, I want to throw in, he's got deltoid. He's a very seriously strong neck. So you got to throw in all of that muscle there. And I can see I didn't throw in enough space for his shoulders. Let's... All right. So now let's give him that hair. Like that. Yeah. And now that I've got all of that down, I've got all of this detail in here. His shoulders are working for me now. Now I can throw in those wings. The wings have to come out at his scapula on his back. You know, that's where his shoulder blades are, right? So figure it out right about there. And now, I'm gonna quickly, just very lightly, throw in an arm, a wing like that. Basically what I'm doing is I'm mapping out the top points of his wings, just like that. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kind of figure out if his wing is there. His wings will come down to the bottom of his legs. So here, let's see, if I did that, then I would do this. Now his wings are tucked in, of course. They're not fully spread out because I didn't draw him small enough on the page. So what you do is you go up here to this point and you come down. You come in to a point and you draw a little skull up there. These are like bat wings, but at a monstrous proportion. And they come in like that. I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to flip the paper over so I get a nice curve. Guys, if you like drawing with me, I've got some other videos right over here for you that'll be a great follow-up. I want to thank you guys so much for drawing with me today. And until the next video, we're going to see you later.